You know, a baddie like me is always on point. Whether it's performing, running fades, and doing my big one, you know you could count on Big Lex. Listen, you can fight over the chain, the section, the bookings, whatever. But if your breath hit before you do, you already lost the round.
Still getting in this bitch and get litty.
Yeah. What happened to your Colgate commercial?
Oh, I did it. I can be a real bitch. I didn't admit it.
Everybody want to be the biggest baddie, but ain't nobody trying to be the freshest baddie. Colgate, protect my smile before the fade. What is going on, entertainment? So time come to y'all with another video. We talking Baddies USA Chapter 2. You already know the episode title is gonna be in the title. Okay. Let me know what y'all think down below. Make sure y'all hype up the video and hit that like button. Okay. The episode starts off with Kanaya walking into the club. The venue has like this portion, I guess, where you could kind of like look downstairs. The tea that y'all don't know is Natalie and Kanaya have been knowing each other, but out of loyalty for Jocelyn, she couldn't mess with Natalie all that too much because she was with Cabaret, and Natalie couldn't show her too much love post Cabaret because she's with Cabaret. But now that she's with Baddies, it's a whole different ball game. That's what y'all don't know. So she been knowing that for a little bit now. Because Kanaya, you know, was a dancing girl, right? So they're at the booking or whatever, and they start bringing out the girls one by one to start performing. Summer, to me, I don't know what was up with her hair that day, but she looked a little crazy to me. I was like, wait a minute. It was giving like Chicken Little when she came out there talking about, oh, my mama. Oh, my mama. I'm like, who is that? All right, when it comes to performance, Amber to me is like top tier. I feel like Amber really is like a great performer, and she to me has one of the biggest artist potentials outside of the show. She reminds me a lot of Azalea Banks. Rolly, please get another song. Please. We done heard that the Big Girl Bounce song for like, I'm talking about, I forget what the song called, but I know it when I hear it. I don't know the title of it, but when I hear the like, you know what I'm saying? Like, child, you see that I disappeared because it's that irritating. Like, you feel me? Like, I just feel like she needs to get another track. It's like the same song and dance with her. Like, and it's sad because it's like when she started Baddies, I remember I was like, oh shoot, like this a big girl. Like, we don't have a lot of big girl rappers like out like ever really. So I was like, oh, she gonna make it. But I feel like when it comes to music, Rolly don't make any noise anymore. And it's sad because I do feel like she can rap. Also, Fauna girl, please get off the mic. You see her in the crowd talking about, they didn't even play her song, child. They see her in the crowd just performing. She, okay, because we all know she probably the one that assisted with the taser besides Lori, right? So then she's standing there next to Egypt, and she like, okay, so Lex is like, what? You keep looking at me. Get on your knees. You want to eat my, get on your knees and eat my, you want to eat my, get on your knees and eat it. Eat it. And I'm like, okay, Lex, now you're gesturing a little bit too much for that to be done. Do you want it to be done? Because it's given that at this point. Because we're talking about it a little too much. You get what I'm saying? Like every 2 seconds we hear about your cat getting eaten. So it's given you want it eaten. If you want it eaten, you know, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at ya. I ain't mad at ya. Okay, if you want to eat it, let us know. Because the way that you talk about it that you want to eat is a little too much. Fauna, if you're not going to really get your lick back, girl, stop looking at that girl. Straight up. Okay? It gave Valentina when Shannon was looking at her, was walking, and she got in her peripheral. Okay? You trying to get in my peripheral? You trying to get in where I can see you? You better be careful with me, bitch. It gave a little bit of that, okay? She was trying to get in the peripheral. So they end up escorting Big Lex out her in her satin and her see-through bodycon dress, they got her up out of there, okay? Because they didn't want her and Fauna going at it. Meanwhile, Fauna and her crew of friends that she probably told to go in the crowd, they chant for her and she like, Fauna, Fauna. She like, she's swinging her cop badge and baton around like she's just feeling her judge because the audience is really, screaming for her because we all know Lex does have somewhat of a hate train. Sarak at one point tries to get to Siki, and I feel like Sarak is trying to get her because she feels as if Tasiki is like her, I wouldn't say meal ticket, but she feels like that's the only way people are gonna find her interesting. When that's not the case, Sarak. We like you, Sarak. So you don't gotta fight and squabble for us to like notice you or like you. Like I like Sarak. I feel like Sarak is the MVP of the season, if we're gonna be honest. Okay. So then we end up seeing Natalie come out. She does her performance. At one point, Stunner Girl performs and she does her outro. First of all, her confessional outfit, CUNT. That is how you do a confessional look. Like she looks so good with the Lego. I know it's like a designer piece, but that little Lego top, 8 down. She's like, none of you girlies was gonna touch me. Okay, ha. You know what's going on? I feel like her being on this show in this season was a little bit of a waste, only because it's one thing to not have her fight because it's not her contract, but to not even see her have conversations or be in the same room as some of the other girls, it did kind of give like y'all gave away a very, very free check, which I ain't mad at it because hey, she is the reason why a lot of these girls say, you know what is going on. She's the reason why a lot of these girls go on Baddies and crash out the way that they do because they see her do it in the earlier seasons and they mimicked her. So you got to give her that. But I still want to see a conversation between her and Big Ivory. And we know she's not coming to the reunion. Just saying. But it was cute to see her, I guess. So they like escort like the girls out or whatever after Sarat did what she did. And then next thing you know, we end up seeing Natalie meet with Cold Killer, Big Lex, Rolly, and then DTV, right? And Cold Killer ends up revealing because Natalie's just like, so guys, there's been some things I heard about. I'm not too happy about them. I feel like, you guys are kind of taking things too far. I had a personal conversation with Cold Killer. I told her I don't appreciate what she did. So here come Cold Killer. She like, I'm not gonna lie, like that taser, it was not for Tinka. It was for Dolly on my mom's. Okay. But she was smart enough to not come out. Now I remember around this time frame when they were beefing. This was around the time frame when they was going back and forth online and they were saying Dolly boyfriend or whatever that she was with was DL, and Dolly was saying that Cold Killer BD, he's a dog. They were going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. She was Dolly was with her dude showing how much money they got, all the cars and the riches that they have. I remember this vividly. Okay, so it does make sense that she said she was going to get that taser was for Dolly and not for Tinka. Okay, but Big Legs, you're sitting next to, in my opinion, she's still an op. I don't know how Big Lex and Cold Killer are cool because Big Lex, you spit on Fauna, to be honest. And Cold Killer, you cool with Lex, but she best friends with one of your biggest ops who talked about your daughter in the nastiest of ways. How are y'all cool? In the words of TLC, what about your friends? Will they tear you down? Will they let you down? Yeah. What about your friends? What about your friends? Or is it me? Or am I a little too friendly, so to speak? Hypothetically said, I supply creativity. So, or whatever confronts this time, hey, under the make enemy, which involves an unfortunate destiny. They dog me out, didn't get next to me because I am what they choose to envy. Okay. Like, I don't know. I love TLC if y'all haven't noticed, by the way, on this channel. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, that to me kind of baffles me. I'm the type of person, like, I can't be friends with you if you cool or like friends with like an op of mine. No shade. Especially if they did like some egregious stuff to me. They said some crazy stuff to me, did some crazy stuff to me. I just cannot trust you. I would say I would cut you off cold turkey, but I wouldn't tell you none of my personal business. You would not know what's going on in my life. You would not be able to be intrigated with me. We would just be cool. Straight up. Sorry. It's just like that's just how I am. It's just like I have trust issues. So hey, I can't talk about that. So to me, Natalie, I feel like didn't really go in on Killer because like she signed her. That's her artist. So she's not gonna do too much, but I could guarantee you in private, she's like, listen, you can't be doing stuff like that. Because God forbid she died, you would have been the first baddie to catch a case. And the sheriff is still next door. So we're not gonna be doing that. Okay? This is just a show. Don't forget that. I'm not trying to bail you out of jail like that bitch Tinka. You know I had to bail her out, right? Bitch had me put my house on the line to bail her out. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, her and Tinka's private conversation was a little bit harder than what we saw on the show. That's really the tea, if we're gonna be honest. So that's why I really think happened. I feel like that's why that conversation was so like not so hard on camera. Whole time Rolly on the phone, the whole scene. Child Rolly, you could have sat home, girl. What are you doing? Zeus, y'all need to just really grab these girls and just buy a caller and be like, hey, Ashley Washington, you should have stopped the scene and be like, hey, Rolly, are you gonna speak? And then you and Ashley could have had a back and forth at this point. Because why did she just feel so comfortable just being on her phone, not paying attention like that? Like that to me was sort of crazy. Anyways, Natalie and DTV start recapping what happened during the line dance situation, and that's where they bring up pressure. They start laughing about the whole pressure situation. DTV's like, "Oh, Emery should have had her back." Blase, blase, blase. And Cole Killer says something that's so true. Like, I get having her back, but girl, I'm not gonna be fighting 10, 15 times for really the point of it is because of this bitch that we don't even know like that. And to be honest, TT and Pressure will fall out next season. I'm already seeing the cracks. Pressure be talking to TT like a little girl. So they already gonna fall out soon. So that's not even gonna last. So they essentially Emery would be fighting for a friendship and for situations and for a girl that she not even gonna be friends with in a season or two. Please. It's a joke. Okay. So Natalie's just like, so we're gonna bring replacements because I feel like a lot of the girls, some of the girls need to go home. So we're gonna shake it up a little bit, okay? Lex is like, shake it up. You know, her corny ass. Bring the lights out, bust the door down, shake it up. Which, by the way, Lex, that confessional look, you're winning tonight. That pink and that light blue, the cotton candy, I like that. I give props where it's due. When Lex do her big one, she do her big one with the looks. I really like that. It's cute. It's dainty. It matched her. She looks really good. So next we see ET go and meet with most of the girls. Okay. I don't know who died and made ET in charge of the girls, but ET, I guess she felt like she was in charge of the girls. Okay. She ends up meeting with half the house. She ends up meeting with Mariah, Egypt, Neek, and Kanaya and Big Ivory. Okay. I forgot Big Ivory was even on the show until she popped up on that scene. So Mariah ends up walking in, y'all. She got a new install. She walks in with her pink install. The install look really cute. Okay. And she starts updating the girls on what's been happening lately or whatever. Kanaya ends up walking in. Kanaya's like, oh, I haven't seen you in a bit or whatever. So ET feels away because she's like, people haven't been showing up to scenes. I feel like, people haven't really doing anything. They've been trying to get like free checks or whatever. So they're like checking stuff. Here come Ivory. Ivory was like, well, you talking about me? Cause like, no. ET's like, oh no, I know your business. I know you were sick. I'm not talking about you. Cause she was like, okay then, cause bitch, let me tell y'all something. Ivory and ET do not like each other. I don't know why they fake like they like each other or they try to be cool when y'all really don't like each other. It's so obvious and it's not even funny. Okay? In the words of Josh said, that bitch not your friend. Y'all don't like each other. Cause why immediately Ivory took offense to that? How could she be talking about you when she know your situation? You get what I'm saying? Like, she immediately thought she was talking about you when that's not the case, girl. She was not talking about you. So it's like, it gives like, you have some undercover animosity with Ethereal Ruffin, okay? Which a lot of the girls have a lot of undercover animosity with Ethereal Ruffin. Now, ET makes a great point because I do feel like it's too much girls on this season and they're not getting to know each other. But I just feel like it's the right message from the wrong messenger. Shout out to the after show. You get what I'm saying? Because ET is not an entertaining reality TV character. Let's keep it a buck. She's not the most interesting of girls to watch. So it's like, girl, although you may be doing your big one, which I guess is fighting, you're not giving us entertainment like a pressure or like a little bit of Ciroc or like, you get what I'm saying? Wet. That's giving us some entertainment factor. You're not giving us that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Egypt is there. And to be honest, ET to me was kind of checking Egypt a little bit when Egypt was like, like I'm really quiet or whatever. Like, that's just how I am. Like, me and Kanaya, like, it happened really off the internet. The fans, you know how they do. Please stop blaming the fans for y'all not getting along because y'all don't like each other like that either. And she's like, like that's just how I am. I just been quiet and stuff. ET like sound like free checks to me. Now, Egypt, this would have been your prime opportunity that you missed to get a storyline off of Ethereal or off of. You should have been like, okay, ET, since you think I'm so boring or whatever, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? That is Baddies 101. Y'all got to go to the school of Baddies before entering into the university, which is Baddies chapters. Okay? Because that was your ample opportunity to get Ethereal. I hope you get her at the reunion. Because in my opinion, ET was checking-ish. And it's like, girl, who you feeling like? Please. You haven't been on Baddies in how long, girl? Please. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't. And also, Ivory, you were sick. Quote unquote, she went to go see Danye. Okay, Danye, you went to go see Danye. Okay, that's where you went. Okay, sick. Every season, Ivory gets sick or something happens that she has an emergency. She gotta go. Girl, bye. You went to go see Danye to chase her around and see where she's sticking her strap into. We know what you do. ET is in denial about her rounds with Dolly, saying that she won both of her rounds. No, you didn't. You lost the first round and you won the second round, just like the girls were saying. So be honest with yourself if we're gonna talk about accountability, ET. So Pressure ends up meeting with Ciroc, ends up meeting with Emery and another baddie, and she lets the girls know that she's gonna leave. She like, like, you feel me? I really outgrown baddies. Like, I'm really still sick of her, but I really decided that it's time for me to go. It is like, I hope y'all see the growth. It is like, like, girl, just go home. Y'all be acting like this is Bad Girls Club. Like Bad Girls Club, they actually lived in a house for like damn near half the year. Okay, so them leaving was very emotional. Girl, y'all opened through planes, on through buses, staying in hotels, cooped up, girl. Like, y'all didn't really get an experience. Let's really talk about it. Like, please. You get what I'm saying? Like, I kind of hate how they make it seem like I get Baddies is like, it is an experience and it is a journey. Don't get me wrong, but it's like the way that Persuasion was crying about it, you yourself, Persuasion, have done Bad Girls Club. So you know what the actual experience feels like. And I'm guessing that probably is contributing to how emotional she is getting because she realizes that it's never going to be the same. And she's kind of outgrown squabbling and being around girls squabbling for little to no reason. And I think that was the gist of what she was saying. Okay. I like Persuasion. I know a lot of people, some people don't or whatever, but I do like her because I feel like she's herself on and off camera. Like, I feel like she doesn't put on a persona on camera and act different. Like, she's the same that she's been since VGC to me. Now, Pressure and TT go and meet with Tommy. This scene was so funny because Pressure, you got caught up in a lie so quick, bitch. This is why you should never lie to try to impress people. Cause you're gonna end up looking like a plum ass fool girl. She gonna sit there, right? Cause Tommy come in, she like, what's up? You know how Tommy is. Big glasses and all. She come in with her big glasses. Okay, when Nene said, okay, glasses, she comes with her big glasses. She like, what's up? Okay. Oh, I heard a lot about y'all. I heard you was like a duo. Here come Pressure. Yeah, sort of like you and Summer. They're like, what's wrong? She like, well, me and Summer, it's a lot dealing with that. Like, I feel like she don't really have the same energy I have towards her outside of the cameras. And it's hard being friends with her because we had a cameraman, they got their ish stolen, and she wanted me to ride with her, acting as if he didn't get his stolen. I'm like, girl, did you not realize who you was friends with, bitch? Who did you click up with? This is Summer, none other. The reason why she puts none other, because ain't none other bitch like her. Okay? That's for a reason. She really is like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, don't be surprised now that you're realizing the error of your ways, Tommy. And this girl may not be, who you thought she was. So Precious like, yeah, no, I understand. But like, what's crazy? I was in prison. I was in jail with your mom. So like I looked out for your mom. Like, I know your mom. She used to talk about how like you don't look out for her. Like you a piece of crap daughter, to be honest. But like, yeah. Tommy like, huh? You know my mom. You mean she went to prison. So you was in prison with her. Ah, cool, cool, cool. Let me call Ma Dukes real quick. Ma. You know this bitch named Precious? Yeah, this bitch named Precious. Yeah, this bitch named Precious. Uh, she said you know her. She said you was in a penitentiary with her, and that you used to look out for her. That she was you was her bunk buddy, huh? Ah. She like, Mom. Wait, she said don't know her. Don't pay her no attention. I bet, cool. She said she don't know you, bitch. I'm like, whole time pressure on the other end of the table. Time I never said I know her like that. I just said we was in the same jail. Like I don't know her like that. Girl, you just said you looked out for her. How you don't know somebody you look out for? Girl, bye. And y'all gotta understand when you say you look out for somebody in the pen, that means a lot of it could mean I feel like a lot of things. It could mean like you protected them from harm, you gave them commissary, you took care of them, or there was your BITCH. So I feel like that's why Tommy had to make sure to check that quickly because it could mean a lot of things. No shade. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Okay. I don't know why you had to lie like that, Pressure. I really see Pressure and Tommy, I wouldn't say becoming friends, but somewhat cool. But I don't think Tommy would ever trust her because, Pressure comes from a certain lifestyle, and also she just lied on her mama. Also, I don't see TT and Pressure friendship as lasting long either because she be little girl at her. Cause here go TT. Okay, let's go to the strip club. Really invited us. She like, invited? Huh? You a weird bitch. I don't know her. You talking about Bigums? Big back? No. Cadillac? Oh. So she's already like saying little stuff, calling her weird and doing these little stuff that I'm just like, yeah, this friendship is not gonna last. Okay. And we all know Tommy's mother, the way she acted towards her when she said, Tommy, you gotta make that funny ass face, jump, bitch. And she did that. We all know she's watching this episode back, cussing Pressure out because she like this lady really try to act like she know me. Whole time she really don't. So Tinka ends up meeting with Rolly, and she basically lets Rolly know that she got to head out, girl, because she don't know what else she could be pushed to do if she does not leave. She feels as if she's going to take it farther. She feels as she's going to use probably a weapon and end up tearing through Mrs. Co-Killer. Okay. Now I feel as if this was the right move to make for her in regards to her security. Okay. She doesn't want to do anything that's gonna end up end up behind bars. Y'all seen this lady on TikTok that's went to jail for unaliving this girl because the dude she was with had moved on and started dating this other girl. Why this girl on TikTok showing off her parfaits and stuff? I'm about to call the police. I'm not the police, but the jail that she's at to report her. Because you have a phone in the prison and the victim's family gonna maybe see your TikTok hole. Y'all probably know exactly who I'm talking about. I was able to get the information through the Discord, through my Discord, and I'm about to call the prison as soon as they open. Cause she got me messed up. She keep popping up on my For You page, and it's really pissing me off. Cause I know that case. You done unalived that girl, and then you took that girl clothes and then you wore it like a weirdo. So Tinka did the right thing because she don't want to end up behind bars. So I'm not even mad at Tinka because I do feel like when it comes to Baddies and Zeus and stuff like that, it's going a little bit too far. And the last thing we need is her locked up because she do got kids that she do got to take care of. And it's crazy because if you really peep, I don't think Rolly agreed with what Cold Killer did. And of course, I don't think Rolly ever really liked Big Lex like that. That's why in that scene she was on the phone like that. Sister girl was irritated because she didn't want to be in that scene because she don't really like either of them. If we're gonna be honest, okay, that's what it gives. I do feel like they should have sent Cold Killer home just only because it would set a precedent to let the other baddies know for the future chapters and the future seasons that they can't be out here just using weapons and think it's cute and that it's going to fly. But at this reunion, Cold Killer, child, Tinker not only, you know how I told y'all Tinker gonna swing from her butt? She gonna swing from her thighs. Have you seen the size of them? Girl, you in trouble. Ooh, her butt is already big enough, but her thighs are thick. So she gonna swing from her thighs really to get you. She gonna hit you with the Ray J, the ring around the rosy, bow, and then you gonna end up somewhere nasty. I'm telling you. But you do deserve it. Use the taser, babes. So you gotta be ready when it comes after that. I told y'all, Tika's going to get one of those electrician gloves. Okay, she gonna get one of those. All right, the moment she touches them. So security, y'all really gonna have to be very thorough for this reunion. So Rolly ends up meeting the girls at a strip club or whatever, and they had these girls dancing and stuff. I thought it was Sarat for a second because Sarat was shaped like them stripper BBW girls. I said, "Oh, is that Sarat? Oh, let me find out." Child, it was just some girls. So they dancing, they shaking Tootsie, they beat. They shaking their Debbie cakes or whatever. Rolly comes over there dancing on them. Emery gets over there. She sticks her bag of bones between them. She starts boop, dancing and stuff. The girls get to showing up, and then they start discussing who should go home. Now, Rolly feels as if she feels like Neek and Wet Wet should go home because they're not really bringing much. Now, I will say Wet Wet go home wouldn't make me mad because Wet Wet barely talked this season. Like, she didn't even talk this whole season, damn near. We barely see her. So her being gone, it wouldn't make sense. Now, Neek, I don't necessarily agree with, only because we've seen a lot more dialogue come from her, and she's kind of integrated with the cast. Egypt is somebody I feel like that could go home. No shade. Egypt turned into a wallflower quickly, fast, in a hurry, straight up. Okay? If we're gonna be honest, she did. So I do feel like that's somebody that could go home or whatever. And Diamond felt as if Cold Killer should go home. And here come Fauna, huh? Why should she go home? Not my girl Killer. No. How about you go home, Fauna? How about that? Huh? You didn't get her back for the spit. How about that? That to me is so crazy. Like, how you gonna defend her after she did something like that and say she shouldn't go home after what she did? Like, what if that Tinker ended up getting electrocuted the way that she did, and then she had a heart attack? Then what? Then what? Did take her for the end of behind bars, and then Marissa gonna take care of the baby. Girl, you gotta think worst case scenario, baby. Okay, you gotta think worst case scenario, co-killer, because she could have been taking care of the baby. You didn't know that? Oh yes, she could have been taking care of the baby, boy. It would have been real bad for you. Imagine, co-killer would have been throwing a fit behind that prison, not making parfaits like that crazy. Now the other girls get to showing up or whatever, and Rolly lets the girls know that they have a special guest on the way. So in walks Brorilla, which apparently she has a big crush on Big Lex or whatever. Big Lex is like they had Big Lex and Dolly walk in. Dolly walked in like she was, ready for a Mexican restaurant entertainment segment, and they playing the Mexican music as they walking in. Now, Brorilla walks in, and one thing about studs, okay, they're very messy. My best friend in middle school and elementary school was a stud. Shout out to Brianna if she's watching this. Stay shade. That was my sissy, okay? She was so messy. She used to always end up in drama, would drag me into the drama. Like, it was like, studs are a different level of mess. Like, I'm telling you, girl, they are a different level of mess. Barilla irritates me only because it's the entitlement for me. You say that you are upset that Glorilla didn't take care of the family, whatever, quote unquote, when she made it. But I could guarantee you, how many of y'all actually supported her on her way up? It bothers me how there's this is and this is also in regards to the black family. It's always that one child that's trying to do something out of the norm, whether it be an artist, be an actor, be a producer, be something a creative. They don't get no support whatsoever. They don't get no great job. They don't get what can I do to help? What can I do to support? What friends can I tell about what you're doing so that way they could support you? How can I donate? The moment you make it, bitch, they want all the money in the world. How does that work? Glorilla, have you ever shared Glorilla's music before she made it? Have you ever gave any of her CDs to any of your friends? Any MP3 tracks, did you ever forward it to any of your friends or producers that you may know in your city? I doubt it. So please shut up. I cannot stand people that's entitled to other people money because it's like, what in the God's green earth makes you think that you are entitled for something that somebody else busted their ass and worked their ass off for that you did not help them with, and not even that, not even helping them, supported them. That support that don't even cost $0, zero, not one. Y'all don't even do that. But the moment somebody make it, they, you put your hand out. Please. Like I'm telling you, like that situation really irritates me, but it's because it's like I'm telling y'all, it's really I say black people because I see it a lot in black families. Y'all do not support the creative in y'all family enough. And that people don't understand if the black family, the common black family supported the creative in their family enough, they don't understand how much generational wealth that would create, because that creative just needs that support to give them that extra push to do better and to push themselves to do more. Okay. Rolly, like, yeah, I take care of my family, but I give them enough to give them a push or whatever. And I'm glad Rolly said that because it's not like she takes care of them and paying all their bills. She did just enough to help them get to a certain place. Straight up. Okay. So to me, Glorilla is always going to be trash to me only because if we're going to be honest, had you not said what you said about your sister, did all that hoopla, you would not be where you are. So you should really be thanking her. You should send her a gift basket, to be honest. And Glorilla, now that you've made it and that you're like a celebrity, you're a star, right? Are you taking care of your friends that you came up with? Are you paying their bills? Did you give back to them? Did you give them money? I wonder if you did, and I doubt you did. You see how that work? Like, oh God. Anyways, once again, I just really feel a way about that. Like, I'm the type of person, like, once I do make it at a certain point in life, I'm gonna look out for my family, especially parents. But to take care of siblings, literally financially, you feel me? Like taking care of them, of course, is like to me crazy. Looking out for them, hell yes. But I feel like Gorilla wanted to be taken care of. She wanted a house bought for her, cars, everything, the whole shebang. And it don't work like that. Anybody and any celebrity will tell you the quickest way a celebrity goes broke is they take care of everybody else, except for themselves and what they got to take care of. That's the quickest way, straight up. So she goes and sits with Big Lex or whatever, and here comes Tavy. Tavy like, yo, son, you know me and Lex is, and so if you want her, you gonna have to go through me, yo. You gonna have to go to me, son. Okay, I'm like, not before father. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's who you really screwing. Oh, please don't be acting coy now that we got guests in the house. So Rolly ends up bringing up the fact that there are girls that they were just talking about that should go home, and one of them being Neek. So Neek is like, wait, me? Wait, who? You talking about me? Or you talking about ye? Me? No. I don't stand behind Bahati. I do what I do. I don't care what you do, but I do what I do. Okay, so she keeps saying that she doesn't feel like she should be the one to go home. So they end up bringing the replacements, and the replacements is Lexi Gold and Shay from Baddies Gone Wild. I feel like those were good picks, meaning Lexi Gold. But when it came to Shay, I'm not. I guess I just feel like Baddies Gone Wild beef to me. It's never that serious, so it's never that like, oh, this is good. Unless it's like Daisy and Bahati or something. But the Joss Cabray beef, that one was good because it's real life beef, okay? And Chinks, they should have added Chinks to the mix. Shout out to Chinks, friends of the show. I love me some Chinks because the way that Lexi Gold was talking about Kanaya, she did a whole live expose, which is still on my channel, talking about Kanaya, girl. What did you expect? She was gonna get you, girl. Like, I don't know why Lexi Gold came in there thinking Ish was cute and copacetic, girl. You was gonna get God, girl. What you thought this was? She coming in all cute and coy and stuff. I'm like, girl, she getting you. Girl, she got her immediately, girl. Kanai hopped on her and said, Buka Baka Bika Biki Beak. Okay, just started socking or something nasty, girl. Just left, right, center, through and through. Okay. I feel as if Lacey Gold's never been like Miss Fighter. Kanai, I really do think is Miss Fighter. I feel like Kanai is very underrated in her fighting skills. Um, and I do feel as if the whole friendship situation when it comes to the cabaret girls, I feel like have a harder time keeping friendships than the baddies do. Okay, because they fall out very quickly. Okay, and they turn on each other very quickly. All right, and then we end up seeing Emery getting Shay because she ended up at the reunion trying to like kick her face. So that was her lick back. And she said she didn't care how long it took that she was gonna get her lick back. Okay. Kanaya and Lexi Go went like 3-4 rounds. Child, Lexi Go, you need to do like Tinka and swing from your butt. You got a big butt. You need to use that as force, girl. Do you not see what Tinka do? Tink what? Tink who? Bitch Tink do swing from her butt. You need to do the same thing. You got too much booty to be swinging the way that you do. Like, it's just like, it baffles me the way she was having you swimming around and turning like a ballerina. Okay. Anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think down below about this video and where our babies.